Here we go. Good day, everyone. Before we begin, I'm going to show you some cards, but this is traditionally the NRL Round 8 recap. So, going to be speaking about everything about Round 8. I thought I'd do it live. I'm trying to make some storage on my phone at the moment due to that game between Eels and Cowboys, 20 minutes worth of a game day vlog. The old storage isn't being very nice tonight, so this will be live. Tips tomorrow will be a video. That won't be live. Good day, Para Pineapple. Recap South game first, please. No. We'll go in order. Quickly before I begin, for those who do enjoy the card stuff, and there's a lot of you jumping on for this recap, so that is awesome. There's a lot of NRL fans too, so I want to show you this. Picked up for $30, a Young Guns Sione Katoa signature. And I also got this one, which was Sonny Michael in a Panini Contenders from the New England Patriots, sorry, not New York. All right, awesome. So let's do this. Let's get through the round 8 of the NRL. There were some very controversial games. There were some good games as well. No, that comes probably Wednesday, Jai. And my finale, guys, will be on Wednesday night. As long as everything goes to plan, I'll let you guys know right now, and I'll say it at the end of the video once again to recap it. But I will try and schedule the finale. If it comes tomorrow, I'll schedule it, and I want everyone to go and like. No, I'm not after Felice, man. Thank you, bro. I've got the Chans, I've got the Katoa, and I've got the Chans, Katoa, Fergo. So that's really, really good there. So no, Greasy, it will be the finale. So I'm going to definitely collect 2020 traders, 2020 elite, which I'm looking forward to making videos on. But this will be the finale until that 2020 elite comes out, which I think is about a month away from now. So that'll be a 4-week break where it'll mainly be going to NRL games and things like that. I'm very proud of the Eels, Robert, mate. Yes, I'll see that. Yeah, the finale will be on YouTube. So the finale, very quickly, guys, will be 12 packets of Elite, 9 for myself and 3 for Zach. Now, remember, it's very expensive, guys, so just that's why there's not a box. There is a packet of 2018 Elite each. There is 2 packets of 2015 Elite each, and there is a packet each of 2013, 2014 A-League Socceroos, as well as 2017 Football Federation. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. So that'll be the last video that you see relating to cards, unless I win or really find something cheap that I like. So there we go. Are you going to go as crazy on the elites as you did with the traders? Yes. you know me. I'm too good. By the way, guys, I also picked up a Dragons Spotlight jersey signature. If you don't know what the jersey signature and you guys like NRL, then I'll quickly show you this because this is pretty cool. This is the Josh Reynolds one. But we're not here for that. So let's get into it. That was very quickly. I've gone for 3 minutes, yapping on. I've shown you my hits. Let's do the NRL Round 8 recap. Starting with a fantastic game to kick us off. We had the Storm and the Roosters, and I backed the Melbourne Storm by 4 points. Now, Melbourne, this was kind of disappointing because this game went into Golden Point and it had a fantastic final few moments, but I think I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed that it was a penalty, and obviously it could have been so much more. It really could have grinded this out, or it could have been a field goal any minute from Ryan Papenhuyzen, 2 field goals. That field goal from Ryan Papenhuyzen was on another level. And for the Storm to get the kickoff as well, I honestly think this is crazy. The game was so good in attack and defense that I honestly think that it's one of my favorite games of all time. I honestly think this game is in my top 10 games I have ever watched. And it's funny because Storm and Roosters last year, 21-20, that was brilliant. But this was on another level. It kept you on your seat. It had some real cool tries. Jerome Hughes had a really big game. A few of the tries were quite soft. Kyle Flanagan, I backed him last week at first, so I was kind of disappointed by that. But I thought Papenhuyzen, Cameron Smith was fairly quiet. Brandon Smith was really good. Obviously, Cameron Smith was playing in the 5'8" role, so that was interesting. As for the Roosters, Tedesco was fairly shut down. Flanagan's in some really good form. Takiaho's outstanding. And Roosters play the Cowboys, and the Storm have a tough game this week. They will play the Raiders. But there you go, kicking it off. One of my favourite games of football that I have ever witnessed. Next game was the Raiders and the Dragons. Now, I didn't get to watch all of this, but I got to watch a lot of it on the way to Bankwest Stadium, which I'll speak about in a moment. Raiders running out victors 22 points to 16. They led 18-0. They might have even led 22-0. They might have even led 22-0. I think they did. They did lead 22-0. That's right. Matt Duffy scoring a double, bringing the Dragons right back in. The Dragons were good. They were really, really good. Now, they're only good for a 20-minute period, though. Normally, the Dragons play really well in the first half, and then they play really shit in the second half. This is becoming the opposite this year. They're playing really good in the final 20 minutes of a game, but they're not executing enough points. So, yeah, Dragons for mine, they're looking dangerous right now. And Raiders, some worrying signs. I thought George Williams was really good for the Raiders. I think one of their best players at the moment is Nick Kotrick. He's on some really good form. I'm waiting to see Jack Whiten get into form. He's been really quiet. I think he'll be in some form against the Storm this week. He loves playing against the Storm. Chance Nickel-Clockstad was decent. Still not amazing compared to his performance last week, but there we go. Next game sees the Eels up against the Cowboys. Look, being there, amazing. The game itself, okay, I remember it for Sivo's 4 tries. If there weren't Sivo's 4 tries, would I remember it? Probably not. 42 points to 4. Very happy with the victory. Very happy with the victory, you know. But, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't amazing. What was amazing, though, was Clint Gutherson and his goal kicking. 6 out of 7 goals. 1 goal came off the post, so that was I'll give it a good game. I think it was a good game. I think the Eels really showed that without Moses, they are a really solid team. I thought Valentine Holmes was not great. I really didn't think he was great at all. So the hype for him to be a late inclusion was a bit overhyped, in my opinion. I thought the best players for the Cowboys, in my opinion, was Scott Drinkwater. And I think people have said that Scott Drinkwater is getting too much ball. I don't think he's getting enough. He's running the ball. Jake Clifford's kicking game was shit on this night. But Scott Drinkwater for mine, really good game. The other person, Francis Molo. I'd like to know how many meters he ran. I would really like to know how many meters he ran. If anyone can let me know, it's saying average running meters 78, but that's average, isn't it? Or is that what he ran? He had a fantastic game. I'm hoping that Valentine Holmes will get better and getting to the best of his ability. But I don't know. There's not much from him. And it is early days. I guess it's only not even the halfway mark. So as for the Eels, I thought Jai Field was outstanding. Did his job in the half, scored a try, fended really well. Attack was great. Defense was okay. I still think there's work in defense. Speaking of defense, where the hell is the defense from Wonga Blake and Blake Ferguson at? Blake Ferguson needs to score a try against the Knights this week. Blake Ferguson cannot go 9 weeks without scoring a try and maintain that winger jersey. He's still a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's still doing good things, but there's some missed tackles and there's some opportunities where Parramatta keep going left, and that pisses me off. I want to see us go out right, more ball to Wonga and to Blake Ferguson, please. Enough of that rant, even though we won by 38. Next game. The Sharks up against the Titans. This is the game that I got wrong of the round. I got 7 out of 8. Obviously, the Sharks, their bench looks good. Let's have a look at their bench now, because their bench for mine was scoring tries, and they look dangerous. So you've got Andrew Fafita. You've got Toby Rudolph, who I've always rated. You've got Royce Hunt, who looked really good, and Talaki, who I think hasn't played much first grade, but he looked quite good as well. I thought that Andrew Fafita had a really good game. I still don't think he was completely fit, but I thought he had a good game. I thought Braden Hamanueli played really well in this game as well. Matt Moylan, this is just becoming a joke, isn't it? There you go. Yeah, Matt Moylan, his bloody hamstring. As for the Titans, Anthony John playing pretty good. I thought Corey Thompson was real good. And I thought Tyrone Peachy again. Fodawaker, I've loved him every week. I didn't think he was that amazing. He's definitely a workhorse and he's doing some good things, but there we go. Apparently I pronounced the name wrong. I try not to read comments too much while I'm going through this. Next game. Now, if you're going, oh, but you didn't get that tip. On my channel, I said, and based on the team lineups is my tip, I tipped the Warriors. On the In the Sheds podcast, yes, I tipped the Brisbane Broncos, but I tipped the Warriors. There you go. I tipped the Warriors, and the Warriors came out winners 26-16. There was a bullshit call here that Warriors were actually losing 16-12 and to level it up, and there was a bullshit call. But then they came back. They came back and they fired up. Ken Mamalo and Isaiah Papali'i got the Warriors straight over the line. Ken Mamalo had a decent game. He's still not at his best footy. He needs to go back to playing best of his ability. Cody Nikorima was really quiet in the match, I thought. Jack Murchie looked really good. I'd love to have Jack Murchie on the channel. That's a player I'd like to speak to as well. As for the Broncos, I thought there was someone who... Look, I thought Asako played quite good. He was trying. Tessie New, who I've really liked the last couple of weeks, didn't impress me at all. Alex Glenn looked like he was giving his best, and even Tom Dearden, he looked like he was ripping in. But the Bronco, there's something going on behind the scenes there. There's got to be something going on behind the scenes there. You can't lose 6 games straight in a row, and there's not something going on. I'm a bit, yeah. All right, next game. Where are we? Oh, yeah, next game saw the Penrith Panthers and the West Tigers. I tipped the Penrith Panthers here. I took the Penrith Panthers by 12 points, and they went up by 7. I thought the Tigers were really, really good in this match. I'm not going to lie. The Tigers at one point could have won this. They were fantastic. Obviously, Joey Leilua, Mr. Hothead. Yeah, Tigers-Penrith was a really good game. I really enjoyed this. I was stuck to the edge of my seat. I thought the whole Tigers team looked really good. Tommy Talau out on the wing. Josh Reynolds looks good. I thought Harry Grant wasn't as good, but that was only because you got a real classy hooker in Api Coruscant. But yeah, no, he was decent. Matt Eisenhuth played a really good game as well, and obviously Sam McIntyre got injured early on, which is a bit of a loss there for the Tigers. As for the Panthers, Api Coruscant, probably his best, one of his best games. He was outstanding. Yeah, I thought he was amazing. I thought Isaiah Yeo had a really good game as well. I'm going to give a bit of credit to Isaiah Yeo. I thought he had a really good game. Penrith 19-12. They're convincing. There you go. Next game. And the Tigers, they're dark horse. I don't know. Next game saw the Sea Eagles take on the Knights. Well, what a game of football. If not for that Roosters and Storm game, this probably would have been my game of the round. I wanted to give it to Tigers and Panthers. That Roosters Storm game is by a mile the game of the round. But this Manly and Knights game was on another freaking level. The defense from Newcastle was outstanding. The attack from Manly was outstanding as well. In the last, say, 15 minutes, they fought hard, and I'm talking hard, especially with that Cade Cust try. It took about 15 minutes for a point to be scored. They were defending really well, and then Andrew McCulloch split through the middle. But the Sea Eagles were brave. They were down at halftime, 14 points to 6, and there was only one try in the second half. Now, let's talk about the end, because that refereeing was disgraceful. And you know what? The refereeing was disgraceful in the Raiders and Dragons game as well. Manly should have been given a penalty. Manly, for mine, weren't robbed. It was a fantastic game of football. Both teams are right in this, but Manly weren't robbed. They were denied an opportunity 100%, and it should have been a penalty. And Adam Fanua-Blake went too far, in my opinion. However, I can understand the frustration and what Des is saying about it being out of emotion. But Manly had so many chances here, so many chances, and they had drop balls and errors. However, Newcastle were doing the opposite. Newcastle were defending really, really well against this Manly side. I'm going to say right now, I think the result would have been the same score, 14-12, if Manly had kicked a goal, kicked from the sideline. I don't think they would have kicked the goal, but I don't think it's fair that they were denied the opportunity. But let's speak about who was good in this game. I thought Cherry Evans had a decent game. I thought Curtis Sironen was outstanding in this match. I think he played 80 minutes as well, which was really good to see. As for the Knights, Kurt Mann, he's in a bit of form, man. He's in a bit of form. He's looking good, real good. Tex Hoy played a really good game out there on the wing. With centers or wing, doesn't have him here. Has him bench, but I know he was starting. And yeah, Ponga had the head knock. Yeah, Newcastle got a little bit lucky there, but fantastic game of footy. Fantastic game. Good day, Daz, mate. And the final game, here we go. Here we go. Everyone's wanted to hear this. If you haven't seen Dane Gagai's Instagram story, go and check it out. That's all I'll say. No spoilers. I won't spoil it. This game was shit. I'm happy with what happened. This game was trash. And the Rabbitohs, for mine, are shit at the moment. I'm really worried about the Rabbitohs. Honestly, they played shocking. And the Dogs, they were right in it. But the Dogs, for some reason, they let points in the last couple minutes and they lose by 13 plus. Alex Johnston had a really, really good game for the Rabbitohs. I thought he was really, really good. Alex Johnston was good. I thought Adam Reynolds was quite good as well. Damien Cook was average. He still wasn't at his best. Obviously, Braden Burns with a fractured kneecap. That's really sad. But as for the Doggies, I thought Dylan Napa. I thought Dylan Napa played well. I thought Raymond Faitala Mariner played well. And I thought Marcelo Montoya played a decent game of footy as well. But Rabbits 26-10. Oh, guys. So if you didn't know already, because you probably should, just got to do the Face ID so I can go on to it. Best bets are absolutely killing it. Killing it, guys. Make sure you check out the In the Sheds Instagram where I do post. And I also post some limited on the night. Where are we? On Tuesday night with my tips. So, first off, $56 off $1.50. Brisbane 1-39. Richmond head-to-head. Knights 1-12, which is very controversial, but I think they would have won. Greater Western Sydney head-to-head. And the Rabbitohs 13 plus. If you haven't seen how the Rabbitohs won, then check it out. But this is why my reaction was like that. Here you go, guys. That is why. $379 plus that, obviously 60 from GWS. That multi off a $2.50 is a winner. So I had the Raiders 1-12, the Eels 13 plus, Penrith 1-12, Knights 1-12, and Souths 13 plus. Now BKR told me to bloody cash out when the Knights won. He said, cash out at 150. And I said, no. I believed in it. If you haven't seen Dane Gagai's story, I'm telling you now, if you got Instagram, look up Dane Gagai because this multi was absolutely outstanding and I was so stoked with it. All right, guys. That is awesome. That is also it. We'll preview the games now for the round ahead. I'll tell you what they are, but we will leave it until tomorrow night. Sorry. Cowboys and the Roosters on Thursday night. Titans and the Warriors. Tough game to pick. Rabbitohs and the Tigers, 9th versus 8th. Battle for the top 8. There we go. Sharks and the Panthers. Sharks are currently in 7th. Oh, shit. Jeez, who knew that? What else have we got? Oh, my God. It's gone off. Broncos and the Bulldogs up at Suncorp. Raiders and the Storm. Oh, Saturday night blockbuster. Knights and the Eels. I'd love to attend this game, but I don't think I'll get to, so that's a shame, but yep. And Dragons and Manly. I think that game will be played at Kogarah. That is your round 8 recap. That went for 20 minutes. I think that went really, really well. If you missed it, obviously my tips will be out tomorrow, so check that out. But there'll be a live stream on Wednesday, and that will be my final card opening until 2020 Elite comes out. Awesome stuff. Smash the like button if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for me tips. Thank you.